I am glad you are all here. I would like to talk about the recent string of incidents occurring on the high road. Now then, let us try to figure out who perpetrated these nefarious acts. We have already heard some testimony. The hover lost its balance and overturned while attempting to avoid a passerby. But who could that passerby be? According to the hover's pilot, it was an albed female. We found footprints on one of the malfunctioning machina. So, let me ask you all. Has anyone recently been to the ruins at the high road's south end? And does anyone recall jumping down from a great height?
What? No one else?
One final question. Would the albed ladies please raise their hands? Please try to recall what happened, Rikku.
She looks happy.
Whatever works for her.
Shall we?
Precisely. The hover crashed while trying to avoid hitting you, and you caused the drone machina to malfunction when you landed on it. You, Rikku, are the one who caused these two incidents to occur. I am sure you meant no harm, but your carelessness invited disaster. Allow me to determine Riku's sentence, if I may.
What sentence?
Didn't expect trash duty.
Phew, glad that's all over. You must be tired. As Nato did noob. Why the chocobos?
They were being employed to power a ferry boat, so I purchased them.
That's great. But can I go home now? I picked up all the trash.
All of the trash?
Every last piece. Look. Oof, yo.
I thank you for your hard work.
Well, get plucking.
Ugh, this stinks. Feathers aren't trash.
I am glad you are all here. I would like to talk about the recent string of incidents occurring on the high road. It is clear our guilty party wanted to rid the high road of its machina. Lady Yuna, what do you think would happen if the high road no longer had any machina? Yes, I suppose some would think so. But most travelers would find it inconvenient. They would have to use chocobos in place of the lost machina. Indeed, without hovers or the rest of the machina, travel would become quite inconvenient. In such a situation, we would probably consider riding chocobos instead. It all boils down... That is correct. Travelers would use chocobos instead of hovers. It all boils down... Yes, I suppose some would think so. But most travelers would find it inconvenient. They would have to use chocobos in place of the lost machina. It all boils down to this. The culprit's objective, obviously, was to bring chocobos back to the high road. I recently witnessed a certain party chasing after a gull. This was no playful pursuit, but rather a sincere hunt for food by a starving creature. Hungry, it tried to devour its prey. It, of course, meaning that fiend which craves chocobos. With its main course gone from the high road, the creature instinctively knew machina are responsible. Destroy them, and the chocobos will return. And that is when it used its formidable strength to topple the hover. Further, when it discovered the machina's control panel, it somehow pressed the right buttons to cause the machina to go haywire. This fiend is truly an impressive creature. It has managed to thoroughly disrupt our daily affairs, even if it was just pure luck. Fiend or not, I admire it greatly for its tenacious pursuit of its goals. In honor of that tenacity, I will use the resources available to me to return chocobos to the high road. Farewell. The chocobos deserve to live without fear of being devoured. Well, Lady Yuna, is it not pleasant to be rocked back and forth astride a chocobo?
The chocobos seem happier with that fiend finally gone.
So, what are you gonna do with it?
Winya patan ufa chakufek.
So, a happy ending for everyone. Unless you're a fiend.
Anywho, let's get back to the airship.
Wow, look at her go.
Wait! Oh! Somebody stop this thing!
I am glad you are all here. I would like to talk about the recent string of incidents occurring on the high road. It just so happens that during the investigation, a chocobo feather was found near the broken hover. I have deduced that whoever owns this feather must hold the key to solving our mystery. The feather has already been returned to its owner. That's right. It was you, Calli.
Yes, I'm the one who did it. I thought if Machina were gone, chocobos might return to the high road.
First you knocked over the hover, then you sabotaged the other machina. Am I correct?
Yes, but my plan worked a little too well. I didn't mean to cause such a mess. I got so scared. I was afraid to tell anyone about it. I'm so sorry.
I can understand your love for chocobos. But have you ever considered how the chocobos feel?
What?
You are correct in assuming that chocobos would once again be needed if Machina were gone. They would be used in place of the hovers. But do you think chocobos enjoy being used?
Well,
You, of all people, should know better.
yes, sir.
Now then, everyone. She does seem to be repentant, but certainly some sort of punishment is in order. How shall we have her atone for her crimes?
So, all they're making her do is work at the agency.
She said she's sorry. Isn't that enough?
At any rate, we at the travel agency are quite grateful for the help.
Don't be a slave driver, you hear?
But I have so much for her to do. In fact, I've prepared a new job just for her. I will have her take care of all our chocobos.
Are you punishing her or rewarding her?
I am glad you are all here. I would like to talk about the recent string of incidents occurring on the high road. Regarding the person who pushed the hover off the new road and sabotaged the machina after tricking the Al-Bed operator into explaining how they work, there is only one thing left to say.
That's right, like it was me! And I would have gotten away with it too, if it hadn't been for you meddling kids!
Well, well, well. I see we have new testimony. What I was going to say was that there is no conclusive evidence pointing to you. None at all.
Like no fair!
Fair? Do you think what you did was fair? You and your partner have been working underground to bring chocobos back to the high road. But everyone else greatly preferred the modern convenience of machina. In order to scare them back into using chocobos, you programmed the machina to run amok. What else can you call that but unfair?
Shut up!
Rin!
Zoinks!
We Al-Bed are accustomed to having guns pointed at us, you see. I must think of a suitable reward for your efforts. For two people who hate Machina, it will be an excruciating yet fitting punishment.
The safety of hovers is where it's at. Hovers will get you there in no time flat.
Excruciating is right.
They must be hating every minute of this. Advertising something they're against?
Lady Yuna, thank you for your help in the investigation. I would like to reward you.
But Rin, you're the one who figured everything out.
Hovers are happy. Hovers are fun. We've got a hover for everyone.
Is it just me, or are they enjoying this?
This Chocobo was being employed to power a ferry boat, so I purchased him.
What did you find out about the Machina incidents?
I have deduced that both the hover incident and the malfunctioning Machina drones were accidents.
And what caused these accidents?
I am trying to clear that matter up. I asked my assistants to inspect our Machina some time ago.
An inspection? I had heard that it was an experiment to synchronize the Machina.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yes, while performing maintenance to keep the Machina under control, we also experimented with upgrading them.
But you still couldn't control them.
True, but
How about this? The modified Machina that went haywire might have been what attacked the hover. What's more, synchronized Machina always act in unison. One malfunction could have triggered a similar effect in all the High Road's Machina. Something strange happened while we were investigating. Someone cut off our comm sphere's transmission.
it broke.
No, it was broken. We could see the culprit through a separate comm sphere. Rin, it was you. That's when I realized you never intended to catch the culprit. When I think about it, I've seen you on the high road a number of times now. Once before the Machina started acting strange, and then again after the incident was over. But before I could talk to you, you vanished, as if you didn't want to be seen. When the hover was destroyed, you knew the upgraded Machina were behind it. But then, when you tried to investigate, they all rebelled at once. So, you went around dismantling the rogue Machina. Yes, while we were busy fighting them. Then, you slipped away, just as everything was settling down. I am right, aren't I?
You are suggesting that my decision to upgrade the Machina resulted in a number of casualties, and that I tried to cover it up.
You put the investigation in our hands because we were amateurs. You hoped we would botch the case. And then, I kept calling you, even though I didn't have any leads. You would have objected to the meaningless interruptions if you really wanted to solve the case.
I see. It appears I have underestimated you, Yuna.
Why, Rin?
If word got out that Machina pose a danger, people would fear them and stop using them.
So Yevon's not alone in sweeping things under the rug.
I firmly believe that Machina are an indispensable part of Spira's development. Even if there is another incident, I intend to conceal the evidence.
You really think people will follow you that way?
I am not alone in my thinking. We are researching ways to extract the vast energy that sleeps in Spira and use it to power Machina.
You're a jackass.
I will take that as a compliment.